All right, good morning, everybody. And yes, it is my intentional parenting journey this morning. And we have the amazing Auntie Tima. Auntie Tima is here. All right, and Auntie Tima is going to be sharing with us. She's always very glad to share
Yes.
intentional parenting journey. So let me tell you a bit about Auntie Tima. Auntie Tima was the very first yada. So if you're listening to me,
Sorry about that. Yes, coach is back.
alrighty. So sorry about that. All right, I was trying to switch between my networks. I just realized that the down network is what was connected. Okay, the up one is back. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Like I was saying, I was introducing Auntie Etima. Auntie Etima is the founder of Responsible Things Academy. Auntie Etima is the very first Yada. And Yetima is the curator of Ignite Bootcamp. Ignite Bootcamp is a bootcamp that we hold dear. All right. And that bootcamp is a bootcamp that all our children go to every year.
Like retreat.
Yes, it's retreat for them. And I'm sure that the inner circle parents understand, exactly what it is that I'm talking about. All right. So one of the things that Auntie Tima does, like a boss, is mentoring teenagers. All right. So team mentorship is her thing, and she's also she's not just a yada, she's the very first ever yada. Yada 001. So here you have her. Last year she was at the My Intentional Parenting Journey. This year we're talking about the conference. All right. So this journey is about the conference and being in the academy as well. But majorly, let's start with the conference, Auntie Tima. Auntie Tima, you have been a speaker at the conference. I think
Mm-hmm.
the only time you were not a speaker was the first conference.
Yes.
From the second edition of the conference, which is 5 years counting, you have been speaking at CIP conference. Every year, I look forward to her. I look forward to her class. Even though Auntie Etima is somebody that is very close to me. When she speaks at the conference, I'm like, what happened? Where did you become another person? Let me understand. What happened in there? I look forward to her session. And the team has share with us. And she's also known as Mama Purity. Yes, Mama Purity. People call her Mama Purity. She calls herself Auntie Etima. She has plenty names as well. All right. And I forgot to mention, Auntie Etima also runs the Girls Hub. My daughter is 001 matric number in the Girls Hub.
Yeah.
I like that back too. Yes. So my daughter is part of the Girls Hub. And Jetima is a very powerful person. Over the
Hmm.
weekend, Jetima assembled almost 60 fathers in a room
Hmm.
and gave them word of wisdom. I have not recovered from that session till today. I've not recovered. Fathers were humbled. I've never seen something in my life. I've coached parents for 6 years. Believe you me, actively, non-actively, maybe a few years before 6 years. Believe you me, I haven't seen that kind of power. Hey, you're looking at a woman who wears a lot of power. You don't know how much. All right. And
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Fatima is
coach.
there. So Fatima, share with us what is that thing about the TIP conference for you?
Okay, thank you so much, coach, and thank you to all the yadas that are here. I don't take this privilege for granted. In fact, it got me teary at a point, seeing how far God has brought, Coach Wendy and the TIP family, including all of us. Okay, so for me, the TIP conference does so many things for me. The TIP conference is like a retreat, is my retreat. In fact, I was the one that told Coach Wendy that the TIP conference is parenting Shiloh. So, we're winners and, we all go to Shiloh every year. So, the TIP conference is like appearing before the Lord on your parenting journey. So, every year, we have that time when we come before God, give your reports on what you have done in the past 1 year, hear from God what you need to do in the next 1 year, assess your journey, drop what's not working, pick what is working, and run. So the TIP, even at the academy, we don't put any program at the Responsibility Academy. We don't run any program when TIP conference is going on. I don't actively counsel or do sessions with parents. What we do is we just
Okay, I think Auntie Etima is off a bit, and I'm sure that she's going to come in. We have Auntie Etima in the room, and Auntie Etima is sharing with us her intentional parenting journey, where she's sharing with us what has happened to her as a speaker and as a participant at the TIP annual conference. If you have not registered for the TIP annual conference, I am going to share details, right? And I'm sure the team will share details now as they speak. You will see the details right under, okay? You will see the details right under the TIP annual conference, all right? And so that you can register. If you haven't registered yet, find yourself to register for the TIP annual conference. This is so, so, so important. Okay, if you are not at the TIP annual conference, there are some things there's some things you can't get. There are some things you can't get. All right, if you look at my screen, you will see the details of the TIP annual conference for registration. However, beyond that, you will see the link in the description to be able to join the TIP annual conference. So we have in the room the founder of Responsible Teens Academy. We have a lot of coaches in the academy. It's amazing. We're going to bring you this series sometime in September as well, and October. And it's you're going to see what happens in the academy. You're going to see the kind of people. So when people come to me and say, "Oh, so the academy is for people who are struggling with their journey," I say, "No, the academy are for people who want to raise their children differently." Few days ago, yes, on Saturday, I was in a session for a school parents of the graduates of a particular year. And there were a lot of questions that came out of that session. And one of the very interesting things that I picked out from that particular session was that if you're not learning, what matters is that you're failing without knowing. That's the truth. And Tetima is back.
I'm
Welcome
so
back.
sorry about that. I'm so
That's
sorry. Somebody's going to go down for this. and
fine.
that person knows himself. So he's going to go down for this. I apologize, everyone, please.
That's okay,
Okay,
ma'am. Please.
so I was saying that, if you are running so fast and you're on the wrong lane, you will
Mm.
never get to your destination. So the
Yes, yeah.
TIP conference is that opportunity that we get to assess our journey. How are we
Mm.
doing? How are we doing here? What are we doing? If you get to that point where the arrival mentality sets in, you begin to
Mm.
decline. You begin to fail without knowing that you're failed. You begin
Failing.
to you begin to just go off course. In the Bible, when Saul did not even know that God, he was no longer in favor with God, and he was still that king, figurehead. So
Mm.
you feel that you're like a figurehead parent in your mind. I've got it all covered. and there is nothing to puncture your parenting system, nothing that is being torchlight to see, oh, where do you need to correct and all that. That's
Hmm.
why there's a way I attend the TIP conference. I don't attend it like word, write down, pastor. Right, I don't attend it like that. I'm sorry.
Tell them.
I tell them louder, Mike. I don't do that. That's not how I attend therapy conference solemnly.
Hmm.
I'm calm in my spirit. Sometimes I'm on a fast because I want to pick everything. It's a spiritual thing for me. Some people don't understand this whole parenting thing. They just feel like, oh, there's just one coach, one academy. They are just telling us all manner of things. There's no curriculum in parenting. Oh, this one, that one. They're attending, complaining, whining, wondering. I don't attend like that.
Hmm.
I've made peace that the TIP family is God sent help to me. So I receive it in that manner. I attend with 2 ears, my physical ears and my spirit. When I talk, they say spirit Coco has come again. My spiritual life has been helping my ministry. I attend with 2 ears, my physical ears and my spiritual ears, because parenting is spiritual. There are a lot of things that we need to discern concerning our children. Some
Yeah.
of those things will be coming in what the speakers are saying or what they are not saying. That's why
Hmm.
I cannot even begin to judge. I will listen to this person. I will not listen to this person. No, you don't know where or who your word is going to come through. So I sit and I'm listening. Remember, I have 3 children and thousands of other children. So when I'm even coming, I'm not coming like many people. You came for only your child. I'm coming for my biological children and my non-biological children that also need help. In fact, I even come to TIP conference with prayer requests in case you people don't know. I come with I need answers on the following things. In the course of my work with teenagers, there are certain things that I'm wondering what is going on. I'm coming with those things. So I'm listening with rapt attention. I'm not in TIP conference and cooking. TIP conference, watching movie. So they'll say how many people attended. I came. That's not how I come. I come with my
Hmm.
body, my soul, my spirit. Because, like I said, TIP conference is like me appearing before the Lord. And the Lord is here to help me, to show me. So it does a lot of clarity for me for the next 1 year. It does a
Hmm.
lot of clarity, gives me the opportunity to assess myself and then my journey. So that's what TIP conference does for me. Yes.
Amazing. We have Auntie Etima in the house. Auntie Etima is the founder of Responsible Things Academy and also the founder of the Girls Hub. The Girls Hub is very important to some of us because the Girls Hub is like a brainchild to all of us. And pushing Auntie Etima to run the Girls Hub was like dragging, you know how you say you would drag the house to drink water and then you give water to the horse. you know, and he was for my selfish reason. Let me also say it here. Dragging her for the girls was for my personal selfish reason. So any other person that is inside the girls of just know that the dress up was first created for my daughter, eh? So that now, I have personal selfish parenting reasons on this journey. I'm very selfish with what it is that I want. I go to you and we make it happen. And
Mm.
and that has been a blessing. I can't even say how much. I'm not the parent representing in the girls' hub, it's my husband that represents. But I tell you, the feedback from the girls' hub is something else. It's something that I say again, thank you, Auntie Tima, for the Girls Hub again and
Thank
again.
you.
And it's something that we don't take for granted. Oh, for the record, I'm not there for free. It is paid. I pay. She's my friend. I pay. I'm just saying, so that you don't feel that I'm telling her thank you because I did not pay. No, if now I'm already paid. I'm not part of you people because I want to pay and I want to also pay attention. All right.
Mm.
So that I will also be able to buy the truth. I believe in buying the truth and selling it not. That's where I stand. I don't stand on the line of freely have you been given. I don't stand on that line. I stand on the line of buying the truth. And me, I will buy. So I expect you to buy. All right. So that you would also get it. Thank you so much, Auntie Tima. Auntie Tima is also going to be speaking. Now, Auntie Tima, spoke to us now as a participant at the TIP
Mhm.
annual conference. Speak to us as somebody who has spoken on that platform. It might be a little bit hard for Auntie Tima to do that because she wears that her humility come and learn. I'll be talking to her during the conference. She'll say, leave me, leave me. There's a session that supposed to. And I'm like, calm down now. This thing. She said, just wait, coach. And so talk to us about speaking on that platform.
Hmm.
What has been your experience and what do you tell people who are going to be attending the TIP annual conference for the first time? All right.
Okay. So to be sincere, speaking on that platform is always, I don't know the word to use. It's always an opportunity to grow.
Hmm.
I know that this is the same with all the speakers. I mean, I'm privileged to know maybe one third or more than one third of the speakers. And I see that every year, everyone has grown. So what speaking does is that it pushes you, coach. I don't know if this is the right way to say that. Before TIP conference, some of us go and attend another course. We go and, because you don't want to come with what we will say in secondary school. We say stale. When you are talking, stale. So
Hmm.
everyone, when I stand to speak, I look at all the sessions I've had. I've so grown. So as speakers, we're coming with fresh wisdom, fresh
Hmm.
insight. Not
Hmm.
just because we want to compete. No. And let me say it, I'm not competing with. I saw the lineup of speakers, foreigners, expats, expatriates, and I am not moved.
Hmm.
No, I am not, because I understand my niche. I understand what God has put inside me, and I'm confident in it. You come to the TIP conference, nobody's clashing with any other person. Everyone is just on their lane. And coach has done a fantastic job picking out people that are unique. They are called and they are comfortable in their skin. So as a speaker, I'm always coming with fresh insight. In fact, there was this particular edition. I got the picture of a particular template I had never gotten. And I've been doing purity for how many years? When I was done with that session, I said, what happened here? I saw table, everything clear. So coming as a speaker is usually an opportunity for new dimensions, for new
Hmm.
graces, for new wisdom, for new insight on the topics that all of us are, speaking on. So I want to encourage everybody here. You think you have heard everything about parenting, sir, ma, you have not heard it. You have not heard it all. Because even us as speakers have not yet heard it all. We have not received it all. You're going to hear new insights. Some of the things I'll be saying, I have not heard it before. No, so I don't want
Hmm.
to come here and come and you guys watch out. It's going to be the bomb. Mm-mm. I don't even know the dimension that is going to come. But because I've seen the TIP family and the TIP conference as God's intervention, timely intervention,
Hmm.
I take it in that way. I'm not coming to compete. I'm not coming to compare. I'm not even coming to check, oh, how many people watch my session? How many people liked? How many people commented? That's not why I'm there. I'm coming there to deliver as given. At the
Hmm.
Sex Educate Like a Pro, when I spoke, I was sharing with you, coach, there were some things I wanted to take out of my slides. I said, let me just leave it. That was the first feedback I got. Oh, this thing that Tetima said, that's just me. And I'm like, how is it that this thing is physical? How is it that this thing is about who can speak better English, who can drop
Hmm.
more punchline? It's not about that, sir, ma'am.
I agree.
You're just coming in. I want you to just get ready to take it hook, line, sinker. Every word I'm going to be speaking is God's word to you.
Yes,
Yes,
so
it is God's word to you, and it is timely, excuse me, for what you're going through. My topic is very interesting. I saw the
mm,
topic, I was flying higher.
mm,
I say,
mm.
let's go there. This topic. And I've spoken to a few other people behind closed doors, and everybody's like, "Oh, more this year, my topic." Everybody's excited about their topics, which is why I want you to be excited about coming for the conference. Maybe you're
Mm.
wondering, these people that their own is too much. Just book dates first. Just shut down your calendar, clear that, and then when you come from the 24th to the 31st, you will see that I was not lying. You will see that
Mm.
what I'm saying is the truth and nothing but the truth.
Thank you so much, Auntie Etima. Auntie, do not think that these topics, these subjects, these things, they come just by like that. See, some
Mm-hmm.
are given, some things are caught, some things are learned. TIP Annual Conference is a court mandate. You can't
Mm.
find it on Google. What you will hear at TIP Annual Conference, you're going to be sitting like this and you're going to be wondering, where have I been? As in, are you serious? Somebody reached out to me recently, and Tetima was telling me,
Mm.
that and Tetima, please drop your number in the private chat. Let me put it on
Okay.
the screen, all right, so that people
Okay.
can reach out to you. All right. Somebody was, trying to tell me that oh, I should have brought a particular speaker, that when I bring that speaker, that everybody is
Uh-uh.
going to rally round to be at the conference. I say, stick it. I say, TIP Annual Conference is not a place for people who reign. It's a place for people who are called. So
Mm.
it is a different dimension. It does not matter. It does not matter what you think, about, oh, you people, there is a particular person that I say, I have seen people who were not known
Mm.
share the kind of insight they shared at TIP Annual Conference. And I'm
Mm.
wondering, where did these people come from?
True.
I have seen people who have never spoken on a live conference before share insight at the TIP Annual Conference. Last year we had Uncle Owe. Uncle Owe doesn't speak. When he was done, all of us took dressing. Every single parent took dressing. No be person tell you. So it wasn't. So I told the person, I said, it wasn't about going to bring one person.
Unknown name. Mm.
I said, anybody you see speaking at the TIP Annual Conference has been given to me to call.
Mm.
Forget anything. It's not Oko just brought people together. And when I meet you, if you're supposed to speak at the TIP Annual Conference, it is a free flow. Let me tell you
Yes.
something interesting. Every single speaker, you can't get over 30 something speakers and you give them a time and there's no argument. Not one.
Mm.
Not one. Nobody said, I don't have time. I will not be able to. I don't have. Not
Mm.
one person. Everybody keyed into their time, as well as the foreign speakers, keyed
Mm.
into their time and their dates.
Hmm. Mine
It's
is
not.
perfect. I
It's
told
not.
you. Mine was
It's not a
perfect.
normal
I
order.
was so
This is
excited.
anti. That's how most people were. That's how most people sounded. Like, oh, this is just a perfect timing. That's how most of the speakers sounded. So when we say that the TIP Annual Conference is a mountain of answers, believe us.
Mhm. Believe.
Believe us. There's an anointing at the altar of that conference. I cannot
That's
even say
right.
how. It's not even me. It's not
Mm.
even about me. So forget this Coach 20. I'm just an avenue to
That's
bring that mandate to bear. And I recognize that. And when people tell me, how do you run this magnitude of conference without being stressed, without killing yourself, without, I tell them, I said, the gift of men. God has sent men my way, the kind of men that I have, in
Mm.
in the in the masterpiece mentorship that I'm about to start. There's a topic I'm going to teach the people I mentor, the ministry of men. if you understand the ministry of men, you will excel. If you understand the ministry of men, you will excel. The ministry of men, you will excel. Trust me. And that's one thing God has given me. In fact, I think God just gave me this kind. I will teach you the ministry of men, and you will collect it as a mandate. People reach out to me and say, how do you know all these coaches from Australia, from US? How do you connect on a global front? I laugh. It's not by just like that. All right. So the TIPNR conference is a place. And Jetima called it the parenting Shiloh so many years ago, and it has stuck. For the records, and Jetima is one of the people that do a lot of names. She looks very calm. As many of the names from the background comes from her. So when you hear the word being it came from Auntie Jetima. So all you yadas, show some respect, please.
Yeah.
All right, Jetima was the first person who called the people in the inner circle the yadas. Let's talk about a bit about the yard. Omolola, when she was speaking, she said, being in the yard and attending TIP conference is a different ballgame. So when people in the inner circle attend TIP conference, they come back with, Coach, now I get it. See, there are so many things you will never understand until you attend the TIP annual conference. I think that's one of the things that I have come to realize. But there's something it does to the parents who are already in the academy. So when people come, and there are a lot of coaches that when they speak, you can't conceptualize what they are speaking, except you are on the, you are on the run or something. All right. If you're not already trained yourself to understand parenting, right, a certain way, or run systems a certain way, people like my Oga, Prince Fowe, who is going to open the annual conference, you don't be stuck. As in, when he's done, you're stuck on your seat, like, what just happened to me? Like what just happened? People like my mentor, Taiwo Akinlami, comes to speak. You need to be, there's a kind of depth, all right, that you would need to, connect with at that level. But it is also, I also love that there are so many speakers who are able to break down all of these in small bits. So by the time you are done in 7 days at the TIP annual conference, we will not be begging you to come into the inner circle. You by yourself, we know that at this time, my only solution is actually join the academy. So that I can be inside where I'm understanding it. So share with us as an inner circle parent, not just an inner circle, as somebody who has been in inner circle for many years.
Thank you, Coach. So I'll start by saying that the inner circle, the yard, has improved my capacity to assimilate knowledge and to deliver. To assimilate and then to deliver, because the inner circle parent is not just a learning parent. The inner circle parent is a doing parent. If you're not doing, you're an illegal yada. You will call police for you.
That's a new one.
You are not illegal. You are illegal.
Somebody write illegal yada for me inside the comment section.
Yada. Those are the ones that just shout, Coach, I was touched, bam, yeah, hot, and then they don't do. They are illegal yadas. But for you to be able to assimilate and deliver, the inner circle gives you that platform. So you come in there, you would wonder why people like us have been there for 5 years and counting. You would think that, don't they already know what they are going to say before? No, our capacity is constantly increasing. The Bible says that we should enlarge the place of our tent. The place of your tent is your capacity to take what God wants to do. So you want to raise a king, you want to raise this, you want to raise that. You have capacity to raise that person. That's what the inner circle does. It stretches you. That's why when you come and say I'm overwhelmed, we drag you. Why are you overwhelmed? You have been given everything to be stable. You've been given everything to assimilate, to learn, and to deliver in a stable manner. And for your mental health, Your mental health is even considered in the whole learning process. Everything is
Mm.
broken down in such a way that all you need to do is just to pick and run. So that's what the inner circle has done for me over the years. It has increased and stretched my capacity. The things I did not know I could do, both in my parenting journey and interestingly in other aspects of my life. So before we came live, I just said, let me actually put down some things. And my list was just increasing. My capacity to be a good wife and spouse, my capacity to be self-care for myself,
Mm.
develop my mind, my emotions. Last week I went through a very hard time. Coach knows. In fact, people were telling me sorry. How I was able to cope and manage it, I learned it from the inner circle. Look, the inner circle, you this is how you go, and then you now become stable. Initially,
Mm.
when you come, for the first 3 months, all these people that what are they doing? What are they doing here? You will know after 3 months. After 3 months, you will now be okay. You will now be ready to go on your journey. So it has given me a high level of stability where
Mm.
I'm able to manage my life. So it's like life management is one of the unseen benefits of the inner circle. When coach is talking
Mm.
about the benefit, she will not tell you that it's going to manage your life. No. But when you come, you will just see that I'm able to manage my life,
Mm.
my academics, my quest for knowledge, my quest for personal development, everything has increased. My business, my career, even my ministry, guys. Funnily enough, even my ministry and my spiritual growth. Because in the inner circle, you don't talk without content. Hey, nah, 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 nah. You'll be like you'll be like the person that the Bible says is a sounding symbol. You will just be sounding. You don't
Oh,
talk without content.
yeah.
So you cannot just come up with sentiment. That's how give us points. Give us something to hold on to. So even if we're having something as simple as a book review, they're not just coming here. What the author said. In fact, you're talking what the author said. We'll be rolling our eyes. What did the author not say? What did the author not say? You, what are you saying inside what the author said?
Mm.
So it positions you to be better prepared to go out into the world. I have
Mm.
observed over the years that many yarders have now become coaches in their own right. I'm on some groups here and there, few here and there, and I'm seeing yarders like bosses. I say, hey coach, come and see your people. Oh." Everybody is talking from a place of knowledge, proofs, outcomes, tangibility, not just
Mm.
all this parenting. No, there is something to hold on to.
Mm.
That's what I've observed. I know that that's my experience, and I've also seen that is happening, with other people. The inner circle challenges you to grow. You can't look at me today and say this is an Etima that I knew. Some of the people that knew me since go like, what's happening? Yes, because this is the link, coach, and this was me reflecting this morning. So the inner circle is growing, the TIP is growing, and all that are in it, and all that are in it. The bigger, the wider, the more, the higher it goes, the more everybody that are genuinely. That's why I say some people are illegal. If you
Mm.
are genuinely in it, you will grow. And that's why I hear our papa will say, if you're here for 3 months, nothing changes, go. Here it's not for you. If the inner circle is truly for you, you will be growing. Your
Mm.
business will grow, other aspects of your life will grow. I see myself, coach knows me personally, and she knows that I'm not a very pushful, forceful person. I don't like stress. My soft lifeness, I don't like it. But I see that in the inner circle, we don't do excuses is illegal. That's why when you start giving excuses, we know that hey, see them there. The inner circle is pushing. You know, I see where we started from 1,000 participants, 2,000 participants, 5,000. You see that exponential growth formula. It's happening to me, and my personal life, my business, and the work I do with teams. I'm also going that way. Pam, pam. because where you are determines what happens to you. Where you are, where you are planted determines
Mm.
what you experience.
Mm.
So the inner circle has the grace to grow and to reach the world. That would be my experience. So that's what has been happening to me. Certain things, look at me, I'm going to do boot camp in 3 zones. It has never happened before. This is me who wanted to close down boot camp after the first year. I told coach that God told me to do boot camp in 2018. Did he tell me I'll continue to do boot camp? I did not hear that one. It was only that year he said. But look at us. This is the 5th year and we're going to be in 3 zones. 3 where I don't live in. We're going to be in Lagos, we're going to be in Abuja, we're going to be in Port Harcourt. The same standard.
Mm.
It is from the inner circle. That grace has come from the inner circle because the inner circle has proven over the years, and the yard has proven over the years to keep getting better, to reach out to more parents and not reduce in quality. So we're not saying that because we're now 2,500 in the yard, the quality has reduced from when we were 60. I remember when we were 60. The first year, we were 60. It has not reduced, it's even getting better. So that same anointing, if I use the word, that same grace is what I'm experiencing as a person. Every year, my parenting journey is sweeter. My children are now, they are now looking forward. My husband, everybody is not a burden. Some people, they sound, when I listen to them, they are sounding like the inner circle. Oh, what is happening? They want to kill us there. The inner circle has now become like a way of life, has now become a culture. My children will say, so mommy, what are we doing? What's the plan? So we now know that we don't do things anyhow. There must be a structure, there must be, a system that this thing is done. My children will ask me something, so this thing you want me to do, what's the aim, what's the goal?
Mm.
So, and I'm already ready because in the inner circle, we don't do things anyhow. Our wives are very strong. Our wives and our house, both of them, very strong. So you're able to present it to your children and they go like, okay. So the fights have reduced because we're all on the same page. Finally, I would say that for the inner circle, um, my children are looking at me and they can see a model. My son
Mm.
said to me that, Mommy, so you're not a celebrity. I said, you did not know since. You did not
That's a good one.
You're not aware. You're a celebrity. Because he was like, one lady was calling me on the phone and it was on speaker. So immediately she put it on. Hey, Hatetima. He was like, huh? Hello, what's going on? I say, yes. Yes. Because when you're in a community of celebrities, you are one. The Bible says that is Saul now among the prophets. Yes, so when
Yes,
you
yes.
hang out with the prophet, you become a prophet. When you hang out with kings, so the inner circle is like a palace, it's like a royal forum. If you come there and be forced, you lose. You better join the kings. Just just glide in and begin to soar like one. So we're all kings in our own right. We're all celebrities in our own right. Nobody's interfering with anybody. Nobody, everybody. The Bible says all of them are going in their ranks. We're just throttling as kings. That's what the inner circle has done. It has brought out that celebrity seed in me, and I'm very aware of it. My children are aware of it, and they go like, okay, so in this life, this is how you can grow. This is what you can put in the work. You can begin to get the beautiful benefits. You can enjoy your life. Of course, you can go through stuff, you can overcome. They are seeing these things and it's making sense to them. This all came from that place called the yard. So if you're here and you're yet to join us, when you will save this video, then when you join after 3 months, you listen to it and you now go like, okay, I now understand what Antesima was saying on that day. So thank you so much, coach. Thank you very, very much.
Thank
We
you
are
so
grateful.
much, Auntie. So, anytime and I hear people that people say there's something about doing things. Your family and friends will say, "What is she even doing?" For me, it's a different case. I have family and friends really close who have been a beneficiary of the thing that God has actually given me to do. The things that Entetima said on this platform, I'm hearing some of them for the first time for your for your information and necessary action, so that you don't think maybe she has called that. No, no, no. I'm hearing it, and I'm hearing it. I'm like, okay, that's true. Okay, wow, and I'm going to tell the story of all of the people that want me to write my autobiography. Is it biography, autobiography? Which one? Get the making of Wendy Ologe, there is no the Wendy Ologe, in this process. You can't write that story and Antetima's name doesn't appear there. Interestingly, very interesting story that you would like to hear. All right, and Antietima is one of the people that I respect, not love, respect. There's a difference between you love somebody and you respect somebody. They are two different things. When you love somebody, it means that the person might not be able to solve your problem. When you respect somebody, it means that the person can solve your problem. They're two different things. All right. So, and Antietima is one of those people. And it's so it's interesting to see someone who saw the mandate raw be able to see what the mandate has done. Somebody who saw what exactly he meant. When people come and say, the inner circle. Somebody asked me last year, there are a lot of people in the inner circle. How do you really, does the coaching, does it really affect people? I say the number has never been the problem, because I recognize that it were called to thousands of people. I've always known. Even when we were 60, and the team has said it here, I taught even harder. So I'm not teaching you hard because we are 4,000. No. Don't get it twisted. At 60, in fact, the way I was pushing the thing, you would think that we are 1 million. But I knew that we were getting to get there. And one very key thing about the inner circle is it hasn't only helped the people in the inner circle grow, it has helped me grow. Me like this. Inner circle parents would drag me. When they were 60, they would say, Coach, we are not seeing this material anywhere. Go and write it. I'm like, I don't understand. Write what? They say, go and write it. I give a very vivid example, walking your child through puberty. Yes. I created that course. In fact, before the course was launched, there were 80 parents in the inner circle. 80 of them paid for that course. I said, Coach, this course you've been trying to give us synapse here and there, create it already. We have paid. I'm like, see wala now. And we created that course, walking your child through puberty. When we were done, it was like a healing room. They came back and they said, Coach, this thing cannot be a course alone. Write a book. Yeah, at the time I was there now. At the time I was there. Dr. Lola was there. They dragged me. They dragged me. I was not sleeping well. It was during the pandemic. Dragged me. They will wake up in the morning and hound me.
Message.
They will send message. They will hound me. It was from the inner circle that I got to know that I have a mandate to write. Writing was part of what it is that I was given to be able to change the narrative of parenting. So I have grown as well. I'm sure that the people who were, if you were ever in the inner circle and then you come back, it was Dr. Susan. She had been in the inner circle. I think that was the second year. And then she left and came back. She said, Coach, why didn't you drag me to remain here? What did I see? What I saw here is like 1 million times growth over what I saw before. And, it was like, are you kidding? What exactly is happening here? And she said something. She said, why didn't you insist that I
don't go?
I said, there's no, how many people do I want to insist with, man? You have to be convinced yourself, So I just want to say that when it comes to the things that you learn in the inner circle, it is beyond just your parenting.
Yeah.
And Tetima called this something. He said, you come and learn how to manage your life. In the inner circle, you learn time management. This morning, Tetima dragged me on top time management. because I'm a number one time manager. You miss 1 minute of my time, I will fight you live. And the Tima is my closest friend. Yet I will fight. I was just done, and I had to actually explain myself this morning and say, no, this is not me. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. This is what happened. That's where the inner circle keeps you. The inner circle takes you to a place where you understand honor, not just respect.
Mm.
Your system of honor. You know, when parents come into the inner circle first year, the way they even talk in the group, you know that these ones are
Mm.
very poor.
Yes, they are just coming.
But everybody just throwing words everywhere. I would say it's okay. That's why you guys are here. By the time you are done with 1 year, the way you even speak changes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's even beyond, oh, I've come so that my child will just, become this person. And it's about you. And like Ajetima said, I've seen parents grow. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm.
I have seen inner circle parents grow. Sometimes I'm in a place, I listen to them, I'm like, oh, what is happening here? I have a
Mm.
mandate to raise apostles, guys. It's not just about me. I have a mandate to raise kings in their own right, like Antetima said, in
Mm.
their own kingdom. All of us own
Mm.
kingdoms, changing the kingdom one person at a time. And the
Mm.
beautiful thing about the inner circle is what it does for your children. See, it is so easy. Antetima, please, you were the one sharing with me about what happened at boot camp. Please share that experience. I just
So
remember.
last year, we had two camps. We had the junior camp for the first time. We had the junior camp, ages 8 to 12. We kept them for 3 days, and after the 3 days, we give awards at the end of the day, and all the people we gave awards to, all best behaved. No, we don't do best behaved because we don't know your behavior when you're not in the house. Most coordinated, most what's this word, like the initiative, best room, all those awards. I didn't know that they were the children of the Yadas. It was when they brought the list to me. I'm commandant on camp. I'm not matron, I'm not patron. I don't know who is doing what. My own was just to read the names. I started hearing Baba. I say, this is not Baba song. I heard what's the one from Benin? Njame. I say, is it not? By the time I checked, so I started asking, what's your mother's name? What's your father's name? I did in inner circle. All of them were children of Yadas. I said, okay, these ones are still small now. Their head never begin touch. Let's go to senior camp. Senior camp started 5 days. Again, who were the winners? Inner circle parents. I called coach. I said, coach, I do not understand what is going on. Did they ring bell for these children? How is it that all the awards are going to children? The least you will see somebody else enter, maybe room. And even then I asked, so in this room, because I know that it's not all of you in this room, I know teenagers. I know that it's not all of you in this room that are cleaning the room or that are keeping the room tidy. Who is the main person? All of them will point. It's the inner circle parents' child. Girls and boys, oh. This shock, I have not yet overcome it. It's going to be 1 year in a few weeks' time. Maybe I'm going to try it again this year and see. In fact, the only child that taught that mentored their peers was an inner circle parent's son, Coach Maribet's son. You can imagine him as a participant, mentor, and he's coming again this year. In fact, I've told the mother every year, my son will mentor his mates. If they don't like, they should be going. He will mentor his mates. And I'm even trying to source for other inner circle parents that I know are doing stuff. So they will keep mentoring their mates because that's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is not just to receive, it's to receive and to give out, to be a blessing.
Oh, yes.
You don't have to be 40 years to start being a blessing. Kamsi was 12 and I love it. I love it when they are young. So that was the first time I would be coming in contact with so many inner circle parents' children. First time. Guess what? There was one of them that came, she was 10. She came from the south, alone, unaccompanied. I picked her at the airport. 10 years. You should see her confidence.
Very
She was
confident.
like, this. Her mom has used 1 year or 2 years to prepare her for that journey.
That's
And
so.
she did not fall our hand. Parents are like, if it was in the UK, if it was in America, wait, they will arrest the mother. They will not arrest anything. She followed the proper system. She signed her into the airline. I picked her up. I used my ID card. It was not illegal. We don't do illegal things in inner circle. We do it as it should be. We follow the rules. So it was legal. How the system she used to come in. Another one came from Lagos and it's coming again from Lagos to Abuja alone. And they're all fine. And when they come, they still stand out, even if they're coming on their own. So it's not like they're feeling homesick or anything. So I love the fact that the boot camp is an opportunity to test what you've done. You cannot really prove what you have done if you don't test it.
Except it's tested.
All this I've done, I know what I've done. When your child comes to camp after 2 days, I'm looking for my mommy. You can't say in a second looking for no mommy. Which mommy? But they are very okay in looking for my mommy. They are not the ones looking for mommy and daddy.
The first time my children were at camp, my son fell ill. And the teacher said, "Oh, will he go?" I said, No, he will not. He will be fine. She just looked at me and said, No, she will be fine. It's okay. Very okay. And he was fine. And he was very fine. Honestly,
so I have to celebrate the others. They are doing you know when the children are with you, they don't it looks like I don't even know what is it working. Come, let's prove if it's working.
Yes, so
let us prove and tell you that yes, it's working, or this is what you need to do to improve, because they are still work in progress. But you can actually tell that these things are, including my own children, coach. I was shocked. I came in one day, I saw my daughter doing something, because on camp, people don't know that they are my children. That's the funny thing. I take myself out. So they all call me and tell me on camp, but I'm not at home. I came in and I saw my daughter do something. I had to go and ask, who called her? They said she came by herself. She came because leadership in inner circle is an offense, not to for your child not to lead. That's it. You have committed an offense against the yard. She will come to our courts. Why is your child not leading? Every time they are putting under pressure. Why are they not the one pressuring people? Be the pressure and not pressuring. So even my own children, I am also a yarder. So I also benefited from watching my children without me being there. Enter the hall, I saw my daughter. I said, "What's going on here? What is happening?" So this is it. And then this year, I'm pushing them further because I'm testing, I'm stretching them, which is what we do at the inner circle. We are stretched. So we stretch our children because they have the capacity.
That's it. That's it. They have the capacity to be more. If you want to be part of the camp, all right, I am recommending. I don't get paid for recommendation. So somebody said that to me recently. I say, can you recommend my book? If you sell, you will take some part. You take 20%. I said, I don't do those things. The person was looking at me. I said, any book you see me recommend or any program you see me, is because I've tested it and it's true and I can vouch for it. I know they collect money to come and tell you, oh, come and give me half of your book payment. I'm saying it in a public. If I've collected your money for put it there. I'm very straight. I am not. I've not finished marketing my own book. It's your own. I want to come and market and collect 20%. It is. I see something that is good. I remember when I started talking about Maintain Your White. Maintain Your White is a book that Auntie Tima wrote. And I told the yarders in level 3. Then I said, there's something we do in my home, the author's experience. We've been privileged to be able to meet authors. So we did the author's experience in my home, bringing Auntie Tima to come and have the author's experience with the children, share her content, her mind, and all that. And I recommended it to everybody that cared to listen. I've never been paid for recommending Maintain Your White. I think I should start getting royalty at this point.
You should know. Actually.
I'm even thinking of it now. I recommend. I am recommending boot camp not because boot camp is something. Oh, maybe she's recommending it. Maybe they are giving her money. She will come. Remember that this is my intentional parenting journey. I am just sharing with you on this side, so that you don't come tomorrow and say, coach hides everything she does. She does not tell us. I told her will just be selling. No. I don't coach like that. How I coach is I tell you what I'm doing. If you think that what I'm doing is worth trying, if you try it, you will have results. You even have better results. The truth of the matter is, I have seen parents. I see 5-year-olds who are cooking in the inner circle. My children didn't cook at 5. Are you guys kidding? My children at 5, they were not cooking. In fact, sometimes I see what these children make. I'm like, these parents. My children started flying alone at 10 plus, almost 11. Now, yadas are having children who do a lot, even at 10. So, if you are able to see the example and pick it and run, you're a champion. That's my own. So, I say, this is the example. So when I talk about my children, I'm not trying to brag to you. I'm trying to tell you that it's possible. And that if you can even do better than what it is that I have done. So this is not, Coach Omolola says it's urgent 2K. They're offering me urgent 2K. And this is not, me saying because, somebody was asking me yesterday and said, you go live, you influence for me. So I said, I don't influence. I'm not an influencer. I'm a parent coach. So when I speak about a product, I speak about it because I've used it, I've benefited from it, and it's something that can benefit you. That's all. If I want to influence, I'll influence for the big companies. Those ones, GT Bank, Zenith Bank. When you see me, their front billboard, that I've collected money. But it's not all this urgent. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Yeah. I just say, let me tell you. Anyways, be at the boot camp. It's one of the things that I'm doing. It's one of my own test launch plan. I tell the parents in the academy, it is something that you need to do. There is boot camp in Lagos. There's boot camp in Abuja. There's boot camp in Port Harcourt. Choose one that is close to you. Don't thrive on excuses. Get your children in these systems. See, until my children went to a boarding school, I didn't even know that the work we have done, some of them worked. I'll be sincere with you. Our son today is a master timekeeper. He's even a timekeeper, prefect in school. When he was in primary school, my husband and I were still remembering. Our son will sing in the morning. He will even be batting and be singing. We will be batting and be singing. My son was a tie waster, Chineke Name. As in, my husband and I was like, how did this guy get to this point where he's now so coordinated? So, but there is no fluke. We had a system. We knew. And like I told his teachers, if I have another child pass through your school, he will be a timekeeper and he will be a head boy. As in, I'm not mincing words. I know. So it is a system. I was looking at a particular woman, Kumia Janice. Janice. 3 girls who passed through a school. They were all head girls. It is not kalo. It's not probability. There is a system. There's something that has happened. You can't have 4 children pass through a school. They're either head boy or head girl. 4 of them. It is something happened in that place. It is all about system. Somebody is saying if there's online for people outside the country. Yes, there is. You can reach out to Auntie Tima. Her number is right on the screen. You can just reach out to her, send her a WhatsApp chat, get your children in these camps. That's all I have to tell you about the camp. My own children, my calendar. Before I do summer trips, I call Responsible Teens Academy. Please give me your calendar. Let me know where I'm putting my trip inside. I don't want to hear that I have gone to somewhere. Camp has finished. It's important to me. In fact, my husband was one of the first parents that booked slots to be at the camp. It's not a story. It's not something that we are just saying. So I'm not teaching you. I'm not telling you. I'm not preaching and I'm teaching you what I preach. And that's my own methodology. And that's why my own coaching is different. I teach you what so I don't preach. This guy, you say, you preach, you go and do. No, practice what you preach. No, I preach what I practice. I preach what I practice. If I'm not practicing it, you won't hear me. If I'm not sure about something, you won't hear me coming to tell you about it. Sometimes in the inner circle, they will ask me, I say, this one, I'm not so sure. Let us ask somebody who is an expert in this area. I am very humble to understand where it is that my expertise is per time. But the one that I know that I practice, trust me, I am a star at it. And what is it that even does this thing? Is their systems. Any parenting you're doing without system will fail. It doesn't matter how you want to pray or argue. Believe you me, it will fail. Because any time that we talk about systems is either is for what is working, all right? So when there's a problem, there's a system not in place. Is there a system that is not followed or a system that is not there?
It's not in place. Sure.
And many of the times, the problem is a system that is not there. And some of us have system that is there. You have media plan. Anytime a child goes into pornography, start doing porn, anytime that I do the reverse engineering of what happened, I find out 99.9% of the time that if this parent, is either this parent didn't have a media plan, or if they had, it wasn't followed.
It didn't use.
It's a system you have or that you didn't follow, or the system you don't have at all. It's a simple thing. So when I ask, even some parents, who have media plans, and I tell them, so when that happened, what happened to you? Did you use it and all of that? You hear, actually, in this, you will see that there's a bridge somewhere. Nothing fails out of the system. And I shared this quote 3 days ago on my intentional parenting journey. We do not fall to the level of our goals, right? We do not rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. We do not rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. What will make your parenting journey is our systems, structures, and skills. Without these 3 things, your parenting journey is dead. And these are the things that we share, the 3 S in the inner circle: systems, structures, and skills. And systems are the things you put in place to be able to run. Skills are so important. And what I see today about skills are parents who are drowning. I share this analogy a lot of the times. My children learned to swim. We didn't have a choice. Every time we came back, my husband and I would ask ourselves, so what if these children drown? What if this swim coach just runs off to go and buy something and they drown inside? So we'll be there. We cannot save our children. And then we decided to learn how to swim. Now, the confidence I go to the pool with, all right? The confidence I go to the pool with is with this confidence of, if anything happens, I go fly inside and I save my child. So I go with a book if I don't want to swim. A book, my phone, and the things to work with. And I'm just looking. All I need to do is to dive in. Why? Because I'm skilled at swimming. But the problem is that many parents are not skilled. So you are just there watching your children. And when they drown, you enter inside with them. You drown with them. That's what happens when you are unskilled. You are not confident. And Tetima said something about wisdom. The conversation in parenting is not between goodness and badness. It's not between a child who is righteous or a child who is bad. No. The conversation in parenting is between wisdom and foolishness. That's the parenting conversation. Wisdom and foolishness. And your children will rate you according to wisdom and foolishness. So it's not whether you are in love. People tell me, hey, I just want to prove to my children that I love them. That's the least of your problems. The biggest problem you have is to prove to your children that you are valuable. See, when people have problems, they don't go to people they love. They go to people who can help them solve the problem. Can you really help your child solve a problem? So if you become invaluable, right, the truth is your children are going to look at you like, this person can't help me. So your children are looking for wisdom, not information. So all those information you are gathering online, they do nothing. Your children are just looking at it and say, this woman said. Somewhere in their mind, they have categorized you between foolishness and wisdom. Is it that you're a wise parent or you're a foolish parent? So if they might not necessarily call you foolish, But when they can't come to you for the problems that they have, nah, Oga, you have become foolish. Because you cannot help them solve that problem. So your children are going to connect with you on a value base. So the connection is not, when your children are going to love you regardless. So stop running kitty, trying to make sure that you're not ice cream. They will love you regardless. They will love you regardless. What you need to prove, there's something that Jetima said. He said, my son looked at me and said, you're not a celebrity. What you need to prove is your wisdom level. Something happened in our home, and our son walked up to my husband and said, I'm not happy with the decision. It's very painful that you guys are making this decision because that's not what I wanted. But I am, what did he say? He said, I am very sure that you guys have taken this decision because it's beneficial for me. You think it's about trying to please your child? No. That's not what the conversation is. So when we talk about intentional parenting, people come and say, is it the one that you say, oh, don't beat your child? People will say, I love my child. That's why I'm beating them. You beat them with one hand. You bring them with the other hand. Oh, shit. Where did you think that that's what you're trying to prove? There is no, see, proof of love is inconsequential, really. Because the love is natural, it's there. Proof of wisdom is what you need. And you cannot have proof of wisdom without the adequate knowledge to be able to actually go through that process. A lot of us do not. So our children look at us like, I say again, when you have a problem, you don't go meeting your siblings, except that sibling has the solution to your problem. You go meeting the person who will solve your problem. I was speaking in a class yesterday, and I said, you might not like me, but if I have solution for you, you come to me. And that's because there's a value that I'm placing on the table. Are you valuable to your children? That's the word I'm leaving you today with. How valuable are you to your child? Can your child look at you and say, no. This person is going to give me valuable advice on my journey that is going to help me. It's not this person is going to, just, I know my parents love me and all of that. They allow me to do whatever it is. That's not what we're talking about. How valuable have you proven? How valuable have you put your, this thing on the table? See, relationships don't grow outside of value. Don't get it twisted. Relationships don't grow outside of value. Relationships only grow in value. So when there is no value, your children are just going to be loved, and it's okay. And it's just love. I just love my parents. And that's it. And especially for your teenagers, if they cannot come to you, people say, my children don't ask me. My child does not really talk to me. But you're not as valuable. That's why they're not asking you. You don't have solution to their problems. You are just shouting like a mad person. They come to you, they say something happened. You've not solved any problem. So you become inconsequential in the process. You become like somebody who doesn't really matter. They go and look for people who have solutions. So when they come to you, you're trying to prove that you're an alpha and omega. It doesn't change nothing. The child is there and the child is wondering, this is not what I want. But they will not tell you. They will not tell you that you haven't answered their questions. And the team that works with teenagers, I'm sure she knows what I'm saying. They will tell you that their questions have not been answered. And for you say, my children, they come to me, they tell me everything in life. Forget this thing, I know what I'm doing. They even know that if I beat them with one hand, I will bring them with the other hand. I love them, they know it. Is that a conversation? And somewhere in the mind of your child, the child is saying, my mom does not know. When your children say, you don't worry, you don't understand.
Yes. It means you understand.
Translation. Foolishness. That means you don't have the wisdom for whatever it is at that time. So you need to be able to grow yourself in wisdom. It's only by knowledge you grow yourself in wisdom. It's not by, the Bible says that the child Jesus grew in wisdom. Grew. There is a growth process. It is knowledge that gets you to grow in wisdom. And that's why when Ajetima was talking, she said, in the past 5 years, I have grown. The fight between me and my children have even, reduced because I now have wisdom. Sometimes they come and I use wisdom. See, parenting is a wisdom conversation. Parenting is a wisdom conversation. I will say it again and again. It's the difference between wisdom and foolishness. Is not the difference between righteousness and being evil. Now, that is not to say that righteousness is bad. It is to say that the focus is on wisdom and foolishness. And that's why you can raise a child who is a virgin and who is foolish. And yet you will fail. Because being virgin and being foolish is still a very wrong. So it's bad enough. So you're a virgin, you're foolish. So goodness is not the end goal. Wisdom is. So because goodness in itself is not a skill, we need to be able to build children who are skilled enough to fit into systems. People come to tell me, how do we solve a problem, behavioral problem? Without a system for that behavioral problem in your house, it can't be solved. Somebody was asking me, is it true that you can raise your children without you shouting in the morning? Because this shouting in the morning is compulsory. I said, my children did primary school 6 years. I wasn't screaming in the morning. Why? I said, because there is a system in our home that eliminated, even if you wanted to. It wasn't possible. There were systems, there were skills, there were structures, and we were skilled at it. So even if how do you wake up to begin to shout when the atmosphere is so calm and loving? How do you begin to shout in that atmosphere? How do you begin to shout when there are structures in place? You wake up in the morning, things have been set, everybody's doing what it is, at every point in time. Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? There's no need. So that behavioral problem you want to solve is a structural issue. It's a systemic issue. It's not just, coach, coach, please give me urgent, give me na. Let me just help me. Help me. Let me just solve this problem now. If you are not in the system, you are not in a system in parenting, you will lose out. It's not a cause, it's the truth. You will lose out. And that's why this morning, I'm saying again, book a slot to join the inner circle. It's going to help your life. The inner circle is a place you need to be. The inner circle costs 70,000 naira per year. New fee starts on the 1st of August. So at the end of this month, inner circle will be 100,000 naira per year. And trust me, even at 100,000 naira, the inner circle is still highly subsidized. If you do 1 month, according to the parents in the inner circle, your money will finish after 1 month. You will not be at the mercy of, in fact, the parents said, coach, you're still not okay. You're still going. Like, you're still going. You're not tired. I say, how do you get tired on a mandate you're giving from heaven itself? We're not tired though. In fact, somebody said, so after the conference, would there be more things to learn, in the inner circle? I say, the curriculum is still long now. Till November, you still have a long way to go, my dear. So it is important, all right? It's important that we understand that this is it. The inner circle is a place of systems. So I'm sure somebody in their mind is asking me, how do I build systems? How do I build structures? That's what you do in the inner circle. And when you do, every other thing works. Every other thing fits.
Follows, yeah.
Every other thing fits. All right? And these are some of the systems. That parent that I started working with, that the child was taken away by the Canadian government, reached out to me and she said, coach, I've paid for Masterpiece Mentorship. I've paid for Inner Circle. I've bought all the books. If people know what happened to me because of ignorance, they will not argue. If what ignorance have done to me, losing a child, what ignorance have done to me, if I tell them, in fact, they don't know what this ignorance have done for me. And that is, that is it. People, when you don't get to the point where you have lost something, where you are now at the point of no. You are now at the point where, people tell you there's really nothing you can do. Don't get to that point. People say the inner circle is for people who have problems. It's for people who are starting. There are single people in the inner circle. So when parents ask me, my child is just 2, when am I supposed to start? I'm like, what are they saying? Your child is just 2. I don't understand. People that are single, and you're saying that your child is just 2. Join as early as you can. This is going to help you. Let's round off. Auntie Etima, last words, please.
Okay, my last words to every parent here would be, um, understand that if you this entire parenting thing is a mindset. You need to begin to um unlearn all the other things we heard, like during my parents' days. How many conferences did they attend? How many books did they read? Which academy did they do? Didn't we all turn out well? That level of thinking is archaic, which is why your children will say you are ancient. You're ancient
Mm.
because they are not seeing you fit into the years, I mean, that they are in, the generation that they are in. The curriculum for parenting has changed. All these like mother like daughter kind of blames that fathers will give to women, and then women will say just bring money and I will do the work. All those things, a lot of things have changed, and you need to change too. But your change first begins in your mind. Many of you didn't go to things like camps, you didn't go to things like conferences and all that. But if you attempt it now, you will get yourself burnt, and your children, of course, burnt as well. So whatever it is that we're recommending, please take it as remove that they want to just collect my money. Remove it from your mind. I always say, coach, that Ignite Bootcamp is not profit making. What you're paying is for
Not.
what your child is getting. In fact, it's taking me out of my business for a month. I'm not even finding
Oh,
it funny.
oh, for the record, some of us still pay at the Ignite Bootcamp to support it so that it can hold.
Exactly. TIP is supporting, Coach Wendy is supporting in her own right, supporting as an organization. Recently, Coach Sam reached out to me. His children and his girls are coming. How can I support? So people, Dr. Molola, too many people are supporting. You can't sit back and say, what are they doing? What are they going to teach them that I cannot teach them? No, things have changed. What are they going to tell me in the inner circle I cannot get on Google? Things have changed. Sir, ma, even as we're having this conversation, I have a page full, and I just got an answer to something I've been trying to do in my parenting journey. I've written it down. Just one thing, I just got it. The clarity just came. This is what happens. That's why you cannot afford to take this like an option. You actually don't have much option. I mean, that is if you want to fulfill purpose, because parenting is a purpose. The purpose of parenting is that you help your child fulfill purpose. So I need you to see it in that way and not see it like formality. Oh, this is just what they say we should do. No, I need you to understand that this is God actually helping you on your journey to fulfilling purpose as a parent. Thank you so much, Coach, and thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
so much, Auntie Etima. And to also buttress the point, Auntie Etima came here just by like that. My team know that they can just bring and they bully her literally. I take you for granted, ma. I love you and you know that. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much
much, Coach.
for being here. I honor you, my dear friend and sister. I don't take your time for granted. And thank you for always being there. Thank you for sharing your journey of my intentional parenting journey. And thank you for always, when we just snap a finger, what some of my teammates would say, hey, let's call at your team. I'm like, just imagine these people. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
sharing.
Coach.
And thank you. Please, you guys should go and follow Auntie Etima Ume. That's her name. All right, follow her. You can also reach out to her. I shared her details. See her details right in the comment. All right, I put it on my screen. You can take a screenshot so that you will be able to reach out to Auntie Etima. Auntie Etima runs the Teen Success Academy and also runs the boot camp and also the Girls Hub. All right, and you can reach out to Auntie Tima for anything about your team. You know that you have a problem with a teenager. You're coming, coach, come on. You know that I don't have solution to your problem. I've said this over and again. Go and meet the team mentors. They will help you. Let me focus. The leading parent is already a lot, so please don't add a lot. I cannot. This is why I say I
Mm.
cannot at this time. Go and meet them at their team and they will help you. Thank you so much. And Ruth says, I'm listening from Mbi, Kenya. That's so awesome.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Somebody, Chidima said, I am a single person and I'm in the inner circle. Chedoze is also here. Chedoze is a single person and in the inner circle. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. If you're still listening, you're still wondering, and not in the inner circle, this inner circle, come and try. Come and try. Book a slot with 5,000 naira. Pay your fee, which is the balance before 1st of December 2023. And for the record, because we run a system, we do not take people in the middle of the year. If you want, have 10 horns. You can't enter TIP after we onboard people in December. If your horn is standing, you're on your own. People have reached out to me. Say, coach, you know, you want to just collect your money and just let people in. There are 2,000 people on the wait list. Do the math. I can collect the money and they will still pay in December again. I'm not interested. It's not about your money. It's about your transformation. And if your money cannot get that transformation, I'm not interested in making that kind of money. So I can actually collect your money and tell you, anywhere you start, you will be okay. You'll be fine. Don't come in. I'm not that kind of coach. That's what they tell you every other place. They will tell you it can work. Just come, 2 months. They will do the mentorship for you. In 1 month, you will learn everything you need to learn. It is not true. And if I say that to you, I'm lying to you. I want to make heaven, as much as I want to make money. I want to make heaven. I always tell my friend, I say, you cannot have a mansion in heaven and I'll be waving you. My problem is not whether I'll make it, I will go to heaven. I say, you cannot have mansion and I'll be in a big key. A friend of mine, both of us always tell that to Auntie Tima. I say, you cannot leave us go to heaven. He will be in a mansion and we will be in BQ. It cannot happen. I want mansion in heaven. So because I want to go to that heaven in a mansion, not just in a BQ. Because I cannot live in mansion on earth and live in BQ in heaven. It will not happen. I will also live in mansion in heaven. So I am telling you this so that you know that it's beyond all this. So it's not bad belly not to get you to enter. No, I know that it won't profit you. That's why you're waiting. And you will be glad that you waited. You will bless me for waiting. It might not sound so open. Somebody said, this TIP, what is even inside self? That coach will have to keep people to wait for 1 year. I said, please don't be angry. But please don't be angry. But what is inside is big, is even bigger than me. So please wait. So sign. Sorry about that. I think I was cut off a bit. So sign up and wait for 1st of December 2023. If you miss the onboarding process of 1st of December, I can't help you. You will wait again till 1st of December 2024. And I love you. That's why I want you to wait. That's the truth. If I don't, I will collect your money. Honestly, I will collect your money and move. I know what your money can do. I will collect it and just move. But please wait. Please wait. And please book a slot so that you are waiting, you get a slot. If we close the number, because we are having an influx of people, 2,000 people already on the wait list is only July. Believe you me, we know we are going to get overwhelmed. So we want to prepare for it. At a time, we'll close down registration because we can't, there's a capacity we're working with. So book your slot now so that you will book your slot and you will be able,
settling.
All right, and settle in and understand what it is that you need to do. And then you will be able to actually come in and then we'll be able to also help you. I will not take the number of people I can't impact. Impact is important to me. In fact, it's more important than anything that you can think about. I want to change the lives of families. I want to change the lives of, parents. That is what I'm called to do. So if it's not impactful, you won't find me there. So book your slot now so that you also don't say, what is wrong with this TIP? They are too proud. I even had my money to pay. They refuse to collect. We are not being proud. We want to give you value. So book a slot now with 5,000 and wait. So you're not running kitty kitty kata kata. Because at that time, my team will not answer you. We will not be able to answer you, honestly speaking. So book now, stay on the wait list. Having 2,000 people already on the wait list, I'm sure you know what that means. Onboarding people, that number. And there's a lot that happens in the inner circle. There's a lot of structure that we need to put together. So I look forward to having you at the Academy come 1st December 2023. 1st December is our Christmas in the TIP Academy. People say, wait for it, like our life is dependent on it. Yes, but trust me, the wait will be worth a while. Somebody said, the waiting has made me like the 5 wise virgins. My lamp is ready to burn. That's I like. My lamp is ready to burn. That's it. When you get in and you run. Can you run? All right. The details on how to join the inner circle is on the screen. If you have not registered for TIP annual conference, the details is also on the screen and you can reach out. All right. You would also be able to reach out to Auntie Etima Ume on all her social media handle. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's been an amazing time. It's not easy to have almost 100 people watch you early in the morning. It is not an easy something. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to Auntie Etima for being here. And
thank you, Coach.
All right. Have a good day, everybody. See you tomorrow again at 8 a.m. where we're going to bring another guest to share with us my intentional parenting journey. My name is Wendy Ologe, and I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. The Intentional Parent Academy is an academy where you learn how to be a parent. Yes, you need to learn how to be a parent to be a parent. Have an amazing day and have an amazing week. See you tomorrow.